obviously there's a lot going on in your life and your family in this circumstance. This one, 662, is in my queue now. Laura put it in there. And you admitted to taking some item. Then after this, you had some other things going on. I set the matter for sentencing today. And here we are. You posted a $100 bond in this case. Ended up on Facebook and social media, and everybody had an opinion about it. What would you like me to know, Mr. Gibson?
When we were here previously, when she did the plea, the court, I think, inquired if that she had any documentation to show that she had taken apparently one of her children to the Center for Health and Wellness on that same day. And so she did present today, it looks like a one-page medical record from Center for Health and Wellness dated January 9th, 2024 for one of her children.
Well, she said that they went by ambulance, in fact, hadn't they?
No, I went by ambulance that night to a mental facility because this completely destroyed my family.
And so if the court, I can provide the court the medical record if they want, if the court needs the medical record.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Now, as far as the case goes, there appears to be, her version is that, it was an accident, and that the police report indicates that they didn't see her talking on a phone. And so that, I think it's implied that she intentionally, stole this. But, as the court already is aware, she did, suffer a lot of emotional distress over this when it was posted on Facebook. And, I think that sometimes maybe younger people, I think, that can even be a bigger deal. I think, social media tends to be more important for the younger you are. But I do believe she obviously had a lot of stress from it. So if we're talking about, punishment and reformation of the offender, I think that this incident has caused her a lot of stress to where I hope she's going to learn from this. And I think she will hopefully tell the court she will. So I would ask the court to consider fines and costs and potentially community service or probation. But I would ask the court to, refrain from sentencing the defendant to any jail time for this. I believe she understands that this was something that, she made a terrible mistake. And, it's my understanding that after this happened and it was posted on Facebook, that she did have, I think, a friend or family member of hers contact the store to see if she could possibly either return the item or pay for it right, at that time. And, they indicated that they were just, that they were pressing charges and they didn't want to take the payment or anything. But she did try to resolve it, because I think part of the reason why this caused her so much stress is, it's my understanding before this happened, she was like a regular customer at that store.
That's what the owner said. And
felt that she had, a relationship with the store. So I think, so I would ask the court, as I say, to provide a sentence that takes all this into account. Thank you.
Did you spend a night in jail?
No, that night, this, when it came about and I realized what had happened, I had checked myself into a mental institution. The amount of Facebook criticism that I got, it didn't just affect me, Judge, but it affected my kids, my family. I mean,
did they actually post the footage of the incident on the?
Yeah. I mean, I felt like I was under,
We've got Kleenexes right there.
I felt like I was on trial on Facebook. I mean, I got so many shares and my kids had to endure that at school. And it was completely out of character for me. And I feel like just this past year has just been a downward spiral.
Well, let's see if we can stop it. I've got to do the sentencing next week on the other case. But you posted $100 bond. It's a first offense retail fraud. I understand that the owner was angry. But yeah, in a world we live in now, a lot of stuff gets posted on social media and it takes on a life of its own. You owe $54 and $125 in costs.
Okay.
And how much is that? Is 179. And the attorney fee will be $11. Mr. Gibson certainly did $21. Total is $200. You posted $100 of bond, so you owe $100. The restitution will come out of the bond, so Ms. Hitt will get paid forthwith. I'm going to give you until November 6th.
Thank you, your judge.
If you need more time, we can talk about it.
Okay.
Now, there you go.
Thank you.
About the treatment relates to which case?
The treatment, after it came about to where I realized what had happened, I had put myself into a mental institution on 2 different occasions.
Yeah, okay, you told me that
And I had submitted documentation to my lawyer indicating what dates that I was there.
I got it. Because this occurred January 9th.
Yep.
So here, fast forward to the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's a new charge that you haven't been arrested or arraigned on yet.
Mm-hmm.
File number 241481 alleges that on or about July 4th, you were at the Walmart store in Three Rivers and you took something and skip scanned it. If I never saw another skip scan, it'd be all right with me. Allegation is, this is all on video, of $106.88. That's a misdemeanor. They charge this under city ordinance, punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. How do you plead to that charge?
I don't remember being there on that day. However, if I was there and they have video, I feel like with everything that had happened prior to a couple of weeks ago with my domestic violence case, I think it just all goes hand in hand.
All right, there is a charge where you could plead no contest. By pleading no contest, you don't admit what happened, but you also don't deny what happened. And you allow or accept that a conviction would enter. This was
What does that mean?
well, I'll explain in a minute. See if this jogs your memory. You were in the store for 48 minutes. You scanned a comforter set that was worth $56.88, but you put a $5.96 tag on it. You scanned a $39 camera that didn't scan and 2 sodas. You paid for the sodas and the small blanket. You purchased $10.77 worth of stuff with a $20 bill, but the other items totaled $107, I think is what they said. $106.88. All right. One reason for pleading no contest is you don't have a memory of what happened. This happens sometimes in alcohol cases. Someone is drinking and driving, they hit a tree and they don't remember anything about it, and they wake up in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, well, I didn't say I didn't do it, I just don't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's no contest. If you plead no contest, you don't admit what you did, but you also don't deny it. You would accept or allow that a conviction would enter. If you do plead no contest to this, I'm gonna set it for sentencing at the same time as the domestic violence case.
What does sentencing look like?
I don't know, probably a fine, but you need some probation. Now, it also says you have a fraud charge out of Elkhart, Indiana.
Mm.
I also located a valid warrant out of Indiana for Brooks with Indiana pickup only. You have an open warrant for your arrest from the state of Indiana.
I'll make sure that I contact them.
So I want to know about that. So you have enough insight to know that you need help.
Mm-hmm.
So you've checked yourself in for psychiatric treatment. I want to know about that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know about this Elkhart charge.
Okay.
I want to know if there's something else out here I don't know about.
Okay.
So you can plead no contest. You can also plead not guilty. If you want to plead not guilty to it, I can set it for further pretrial at a later date with an attorney. So if you plead no contest, I'll set it for sentencing with the other case on Wednesday. If you plead not guilty, I will set it for a pretrial and appoint a lawyer for you.
And how long will that be?
The next pretrial would be October 4th.
Okay, I'll just do no
contest.
or not guilty.
All right, not guilty. All right, that's fine. You can't go to Walmart.
Okay.
This is an open warrant. Read it. You're not guilty.
And then do I just contact them?
I'll give you the paperwork. Plead not guilty, appoint an attorney.
Okay.
That's attorney pretrial. Bond, $200 PR. May not enter Walmart.
Okay.
I saw on that paperwork you gave me that you got your prescriptions at Walmart.
No, I have my prescriptions at Walgreens.
Oh, Walgreens. All right, very good. You can go to Walgreens. You can't go to Walmart.
Okay. And can I ask a question?
Yes.
So will I contact that warrant department and figure out what I need to do with them?
In Indiana?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Elkhart County. Yes.
Okay.
That's all I know about it.
Okay.
But they have a warrant for your arrest for some sort of fraud charge, but they didn't want to extradite you. So I don't know anything about what
Okay.
it's about.
I will definitely call them today and figure out what is going on there.
All right. I recall this incident. All right. You need to go out to the counter to post that PR bond. Now, they're gonna give you the attorney's name and number. I want you to call them.
Okay.
They're gonna get this police report, including this video. So you can see the video, and maybe that'll help jog your memory.
Okay.
Or maybe it'll show you didn't do it. I don't know, but
Okay.
you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Judge.
I have an online meeting with the Supreme Court that starts in 1 minute. Somewhere in here, I'm supposed to eat lunch. We have 3 files to address this morning regarding Elizabeth May Conway. File number 24847 alleges on or about March 12th that you stole property that belonged to Walmart, worth more than $200. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $2,000. The allegation was that you took merchandise. Is the right case? And put it in your cart. There's video of it. The next case is 24843SM, another retail fraud at Walmart. They allege that you stole $284 worth of property and took it from the store. They charged that as also retail fraud in the second degree, which is punishable by up to a year in jail. The third count is March 18th. They alleged you were at the Walmart store and that you stole, I think, a mattress that was worth more than $200. And that's also charged as a retail fraud in the third degree. That's also on video. You had missed some court dates. There was a bench warrant for your arrest. You got arrested in August, and I had you placed in custody and set the matter for pretrials today on all three cases. I understand there's some other things going on here. First of all, Mr. Truckee, was there a plea offer in this case?
There was an offer to 2 counts of second degree retail fraud or 1 count of first degree.
Which would be a felony.
Correct.
Plea offer, 2 counts, retail fraud, second, which would be concurrent. Or 1 count of retail fraud first, felony. All right, Ms. Conway, I understand that you're not happy with Mr. Truckee as your attorney.
Not necessarily, because I gave him documents when you sent him to the jail. I was in the hospital on the second and in the middle of the month.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I gave him documents when he sent him over to the jail, because I was in the hospital on the second and in the middle of the month of August. So I wouldn't have failed to appear otherwise.
All right,
So
but
his job was for you to do an emergency PR bond.
yes,
He didn't do
and
none of it. I said in the
Well,
jail, getting.
he
like,
could
all the stuff
have-
happened in the jail.
jumped up and down and screamed and yelled and pleaded on his knees for a PR bond, and I wouldn't have given you one. You have a
Okay.
history of not showing up. You got multiple addresses, a Sturgis address. I don't even know where you are. So I wasn't going to give you a PR bond. You have $1,204 of unpaid other fines and costs, including a drinking driving case, another retail fraud, 2 disturbing the pieces, and allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. You are a mess. And I'm watching you disintegrate before my eyes. I first met you in 2022 or so. And when you came here from the east side. And
I grew up
met-
here actually with my mom, the Bingaman family. That's my mom.
All right, I guess you told me that
Yes,
before,
so
but
I was raised in a split family, Conway Bingaman. So, yes, I've been growing up on each side,
all right,
Constantine and the east side. So, but I don't appreciate the insult because that's the first time I met you was in 2022. Remember I had a baby?
yes.
Yes, I was 6 months.
Well, I'm
pregnant.
not trying to be
Same
unkind.
kind of circumstances going on right now, except for your jail staff. I just had to write a statement to the police on.
All right, but
Okay.
you
And I'm
are,
also a victim of this county right now. The state trooper Bowers on.
well, you are killing yourself.
No, they're trying to,
Well,
not
all
me county.
right, well, let's back up to these 3 retail fraud charges. They've offered to dismiss 1 of them if you plead to 2 of them. You've got 28 days in jail. You've got previous fines and costs that you don't have the ability to pay on. I don't know where your address is. All 3 of these things are on video. They recognize you every time you come in the store. on one of them, you allegedly stole a mattress and they found the mattress. So it's not Mr. Truckey's fault that you couldn't get out on a PR bond. That was on me. You're entitled to a PR bond in a misdemeanor case after 28 days. You've been in jail for 28 days. So here's where we are. The irony of this, if you plead not guilty, I have no choice but to let you out of jail. I'm afraid, A, that you'll go into the wind again, and B, that you'll get in more trouble. But if you plead guilty to these charges, I'm going to set everything for sentencing and try to take care of your other cases. What would you like to do here today?
I'd like to get out of jail.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Where will you go?
Probably to a hotel room, likely.
Well, why did you tell the police you lived in Goodrich or you lived in
I never told them
Pontiac?
I lived in Goodrich. They don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. I lived in Goodrich like 5 years ago. Like 6 years, when they were delivering me a subpoena for a Jacob Ryder Turner. They wanted to know where I lived. I lived out in Goodrich then. That was a long time ago. My daughter is almost 2 now. That was a long time ago. I haven't lived in Goodrich in a long time. That's when I moved out of White Prison. Remember when I lived in White Prison? And
Yes.
I got a disturbing the peace charge and I missed court for that, so I was quite guilty, got out on a PR, or no, whatever it was.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I know that you went out of jail, and I guess I don't have any choice in the matter. But I'm not gonna let you fire your lawyer, because it's not his fault. He's here to represent you on all of these. Now, what the prosecutor may do, I'm not sure, is turn these into a felony. But right now they're misdemeanors and there's a misdemeanor offer. As I said, you're on video in each case, according to the affidavits of probable cause. So at this point, you wish to continue your plea of not guilty?
yeah.
All right. I do not release Attorney Truckee. He's doing fine here. I have to set a PR bond in each case, whether I like it or not. Actually, I could, for good cause shown, leave you in custody, which would be all these other unpaid fines and costs. But, and even the fact that you habitually don't show up when you're supposed to. There is a escape valve on the 28-day bond rule if the judge finds good cause to leave the bond.
I know when I get out today, I got money I could pay and come right before.
Well, I don't want you to do any of that yet. I want you to hold on to your money. I want you to find a place to live.
Right.
But let me just be frank, there is jail in your future. You've got 3 of these retail fraud charges. They're trying, if you want a trial on each one of them, I guess you can have a trial on each one of them. They're each punishable by up to a year in jail. If you do that, the prosecutor is probably going to turn it into a felony. If we're going to try these, we might as well try just one. But at this point, we'll set a last pretrial and maybe we can resolve it at that time. What I would really like to do is when I do a sentence, resolve all this other stuff. The drinking driving case, allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code, those 2 disturbing the pieces that I let you out of jail, the disorderly person I let you out of jail, the retail fraud from earlier this year, $270. You don't have any money.
Yeah, I paid for I bond out in June. In June, I got a bond smith, so I paid the guy back for the bond smith.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you out of jail on all 3 cases and set these for a last pretrial.
Okay.
my prediction is something else is gonna go haywire before I see you next time, but I'm hopeful that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Cause right now, you don't even know where you're going. A hotel, that's not a good option.
Working on right now with county is.
But the law says on a misdemeanor case, unless your case is resolved, you have a right to have a PR bond after 28 days, whether I like it or not. So you got a $200 PR bond in each case. You're barred from Walmart. If you go back in the Walmart store, Three Rivers or Sturgis, I'll put you back in jail with no
Yeah, I
bond.
understand that. I don't go over there anyways, but it's still an illegal trespass, so you're charged with it. If I want to be specifically honest, but I don't go back there just because I was served trespass.
Well, it's a condition of your bond.
When they did meet me in person, it was due to a welfare check on me.
Well, you
My cousin
probably could
Christopher
use a
works there.
welfare check.
I thought Christopher Bing worked at Walmart, so I'm assuming that I was doing weird stuff in my ear because I got a COVID injury.
Yes, I'm concerned about
Okay, yeah, I
you.
understand that. I'm not going. Yeah, you're good.
Will
I haven't been
you-
back anyway.
Will you get reconnected with Pivotal when you get out?
I don't know what Counsel is.
It's community mental health.
I've never been there out here in the
I thought-
county, you know. The only
Yeah,
time I
it's-
went there was like 8, 10 years ago. They gave me Adderall a long time ago and that was it. I don't go to mental health.
Have you talked to
I got a
Lisa?
neurologist. Lisa I only talked to just in case I needed to go to a domestic violence shelter or sexual assault center. That's the only lady I only talked to her briefly for that, but I remember the call if I needed it. Cause I know when I tried to circle out a couple times in Rivers and ignored me, so I was like, I'm about to take these people's jobs out somewhere this summer. I was like, yeah.
Elizabeth, I'm very concerned about you. I know that
right.
you're drug free because I've had you in jail for 28 days.
Well, you already
But-
know that anyways, I'm when you apologized to me and I pled guilty a couple of years ago. Cause you thought I was on meth or something when I was on dextroamphetamine, which is Adderall.
Well, you were on other
But it wasn't on
amphetamines,
anything. No, I wasn't.
but I'm just concerned about how your demeanor is right now.
Yeah, I feel good. I've been getting in there. That's why I was like, not happy with the way the people were treating me in there. In the jail staff and stuff, because you're not supposed to do stuff like that to pregnant people, I don't think.
All right, I don't have to like this, and I don't, but you're gonna get out on a PR bond. They're gonna take you back to jail, probably give you lunch, and you're gonna be standing on the front steps of the jail.
That's all right. I'll call my mom's cousin, my other cousin was in Centerville. Do you know what Todd Baum is?
It's a PR bond.
Yeah, no, I said Todd Baum and then lived in Centerville. I think I could have my mom call them to give me a ride if I need it.
All right. I will
Talk to
see you
safe
on, I
person.
want you to stay in contact with your lawyer, so he knows how to get a hold of you. We're gonna end up with more
I'll
bench
get a new
warrants.
phone, like, the other phone got stolen.
All right, you're good to go.
Together.
Carl, who else do you have?